So here in that lower bracket round 1, it is on the brink of that do or die, as you like to say. So a very important game to kickstart the day. Bay, another side that online have looked fantastic, but transitioning those performances to LAN hasn't always been as seamless. In towards mid, Kent's all fine. The first, though, Nikinos core just trying to creep his way through elbow.
Yeah, that was fairly seamless in its execution, at least. A nice adjustment shot, good flick of the wrist, and suddenly damage done. Further follow-up damage as well. This is the sort of scenes you want to be seeing here for Bait. It's a good groove into the pistol, so CT side in a nice spot. Spook, though, looking for the backline stab. Meanwhile, Aros Dose pays the price, goes down. It gets a little bit worse for the T side, but that's a nice recovery. Ooh, jumping back in as well. The scare tactics from Spook, leaving Ken Caesar in a rough clutch to try and close it down. Eventual goes through. Oh, mate, the turnaround on it. A powerhouse pistol now. That's fiery.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
19%.
Yeah.
That's a huge percentage. And obviously it reflects the series number as well. Little Easter egg for you there. That's why you should attend. It's going to be banging. Mate, hell of a round. Okay, that was your shot of espresso in the morning, right? Everyone's fired up now. So retaliations need to be shown here. Already out on the bomb site. As they say, that's Sweet Rice getting it down. Bomb planted. You've already got the hold for the flank as well, but Nikado's in position. Should be able to handle this one. Mac 10 dealt with. Yeah, looking good so far.
Yeah, nice work. It's actually a really fundamentally quite simple play, but it's worked excellently. Alex, that's a lovely swing, but Aristosh gives him a taste of his own medicine as Alex gets caught for the drive by Mac 10, last man of MPL. All he can do is save that M4 ARNS. He doesn't have any better of a choice. He couldn't be more right. Nade on that corner. Bit of damage towards head trick. Oh, hang on. A lot more damage dealt to Ascentiel, who's lost the burn there as well. After that save, Mac 10 can do a lot of decent damage. Very good on the drive-bys, but also good for the cash in hand. A bit of an injection with that SMG bonus. Nikodos is creeping his way forward. The smoke's down short and long. There's one just on that gap, but it's Spook who bails out Nikodos there, who nearly fell. Chris will get another one of his own before he falls. And in a matter of moments, it's down to 2. Hedrick nails a shot with that Deagle. With the bomb planted, it should be a next to impossible round to retake. They do have a kit, though, so worth keeping an eye on. In the back pocket of MPL, just no util. They've got to fight raw here. Got to take these drive-bys. MPL gets one, but a quick trade. M4 will be scooped up, but for Hedrick, do you actually even want to give this a go? It looks like the answer is going to be a very brief no, and he's going to get out of there with that M4 in his back pocket. So a save again. Of course, for the tournament. Feels maybe a little bit rogue, I know, especially now in the lower bracket, but I've been liking what I've seen from OG recently. This is, for the first time in a long time, a side that I feel like I can get behind. And I can get behind Adam being shots like that. That is a corker, as he just catches him on the cross, and Kenty will also follow suit 6 feet under. So a matter of moments, we're down to 3 for Bait. And I feel like they're left reeling off the back of that sort of a shot. My God, that's your IGL has just been plucked like that.
Yeah, Smackdown. Smackdown, very clean connection. That was a beautiful one to open us up here. Rapid succession as well from the rest. It all just goes their way. Yeah, mate, I guess the video's paid off. You know what I mean? The homework was there. You knew. Sometimes you just need a bit of a shove. Lower bracket, you know, start things off with a bit of comeback. Warm yourself up, right?
Yeah, no, exactly that. Exactly that. And OG... they know what's well about it. They've become a little bit more synonymous now with how a lot of these online Counter-Strike tournaments run, which are these sort of quite long, lower bracket things, but also at the same time quite cutthroat, where you can't be making too many mistakes. So they know what it's like about playing with the pressure on your shoulders and not falling fallible to it.
Following
the home
move to New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if they can do it here in the sequels. Fast moves, at least, on the defense from the CT side. They fling themselves towards the opening, man. But it's a clean connection straight through the smoke. The bullet bites back. NPL falls in succession. And you've got all the map control you wanted in a matter of seconds. Head tricks here, but on the back foot with a scope posted up. Got to wrap through CT and look to see what they can do to defend this bomb site.
Adam B's looking so sharp at the moment. The Swede's on fire. He dealt damage on towards the first, of course, with that nade. He gets the second, and that's the sight again. And this is another situation where Bait do not have an option. They have to go for a save. And, you know, I even brought this a little bit up to you just before we went live, but the thing with Bait is sometimes Bait are unbelievably good to watch, right? They play some seriously crisp Counter-Strike, and they're one of the most fun teams within kind of the tier 2, the tier 1.5 to look at. Other times, especially if they start slow, it's quite brutal. They look very flat. They don't look they have like a very good read in terms of how to break down the tempo changes and the pace being set. And right now we're in that version 2, right? This Bait side are not looking great at the moment. Really off their game. They're 5-0 down, and they're not doing anything really to make OG feel uncomfortable. Everything's going to the pace that Kristen's calling, which is sick to see.
That's burning more money off that CT economy as well, but at this point, 5 rounds, loss bonus starts to build up so much anyway. Cash is there to flow with. We get the buy back into it. Orc in the hands of Head Trick continues. Let's see if that will find impact now, though. Mid control, deep in. That's a nice flick round the back, but Spook has already made his move up into the bomb site, and Alex on the off angle, looking to support. Try and hold back the wave now. Push comes to shove with the pop through the smoke. Head Trick gets the first, and one by one, they're held back.
That's a lot more like it. Individuals that can step up, but rough showing from Bait. If tournament life on the line is not what you want to be seeing. Spook on the edge of the smoke. There could be a freebie here, and there is. You don't get an easier kill like that on a silver platter as Alex walks straight into his demise.
OG again. Looking to try and command into this round. If they can keep building on this, it'd be a 9th added to the tally with an incredibly dominant T-side display from them that just has not cooled off at any point. Timing could be an issue with the backstab here, though. Meanwhile, already you find a way through onto the A bomb site, carve a path, and it's left down to 2 players with such little HP that attempting to recover this one might not even be a possibility.
Some levels of opening kills, you know, MPL 2-1, Head Trick 1-0, Kendazor 1-1, so they're at least getting advantages in these rounds, but they're just not capitalizing upon them. Now up to 9 for this OG side. Nick should be dead, and he will be. Caught by Head Trick in the end there. It doesn't really matter. Looking really comfortable. Spook's also been fantastic. We've brought up his name a lot of times. Some of the kills he's been finding.
Oh,
there's Nick Doss. All right.
Another man that can always show his talent when you need him to. Ooh.
Oh, this is tough to watch.
Oh, yeah. Straight through. B-bomb site has been claimed. It's now the territory of OG once again. Mate, I don't know if it can get much better than this, really.
What's happening? I mean, Nicholas just walked in towards the site and got 2 kills in a contact play, right? Like, he's not even really had to work for it too hard. Feels a bit like an MM. Globals versus Gold Novas. It's a rough old predicament. Spook could potentially get one as well. He's got the right idea. Nadal bank round. But it does damage. It's not enough for the kill. Yeah, I do love this freeze call. Red Room is such a strong position to hold and really difficult to clear for Head Trick. Oh, Kenzie, first of all, there's a double stack here. Shadows might betray them, but it doesn't matter. They're not going to win those fights. Every single thing that could possibly go right is for OG right now. And everything's going wrong for Bait. It's so sharp as a Centi hours left with it all to do. A 1 versus 5 and an MP9. And Spook really should very easily seal the deal here. He's sort of got the right idea as he holds in through mid, and he will close it. 11-1. What a half by OG.
Well, this pistol round could go one of 2 ways. And off the back of that quick jiggle, you've got some information inside a cave. Minute and 23 seconds on the clock. Arostate making the plays. Oh, swings back out. It's a good first pick, but there's more to be done. CT scrambling on this one now. Head Trick, goodbye.
What?
Adam B, back to back. Oh, that is a brutal way to get match point here for OG.
That's too easy for Adam. It's such an oversight by Bait. It looks like such a breakdown in communication for this side. It's really fundamentally easy mistakes that they're making. If we go for an execute, let's step 1, clear what's in front of us, and then we can start to put pressure on the extremities and the rotations. But Oh, so simple. Spook will open things up as well as Kenzie falls. And on death's door as well, Bait look like they're not putting up much here, unfortunately. Spook's going to jump above that smoke to look towards Shelf. So it has allowed Alex to creep on past, but he just goes straight in towards his death. Nikothos, crosshair trained, will find his cranium. It's just so easy, Jackie.
It's been a bit of a walk in the park here on Ancient. I suppose a walk through the ruins, but hey, either way, it's been a good start to the morning for them. And in a simple matter of one pick here towards middle, it should be GG on this one with OG walking away. There we go. 13 locked in. They take it there. First map claimed by OG. And I think it's fair to say it was always in the bag on that one.
I'm expecting nothing to change. I mean, sure, this is a map in which Bait pick into a hell of a lot, but OG also play it a decent amount themselves, and it's not always bad. It's not been great, but with the form they're currently in, you expect fireworks. There might be more of the same. Spook will find one per head trick quick on the trade, and they've now got the side bait.
Ooh, through the smoke and the window, Ken Caesar intercepts Nikodos and puts the injury upon them. Oh, mate, it's over in an instant. Blink and you'd miss it. That's what we wanted to see.
What happened? What went right this time? Nice little insight. So far, much more confident approach by Bait in towards in round number 1, and of course, well, it worked. And now we're looking for more of the same. Mactin and Vicente are going to fly out towards B. Gets the first with the support of Kenzie. We'll get another behind it. But Aristos got a double with the USP, so he's at least keeping this expensive. And a dink and a team kill. Guys, what are we doing? It's now in the realms of doable to 1 versus 2. And MPL is not healthy. Oh, thank God.
Mate.
That was too close.
It got a bit scary. Kept you on the edge of your seat, but still crisp with it at the end. That was a dab point back on the first map. Here on Mirage, maybe it'll change. Of course, with our monitor partner in Zowie as well, you can play like the pros with the time invested. It's time Adam B shines once again here on the bomb site. Lovely defense. Nikodos assists as well on the run out. Oh, it's clinical. Back to back.
Wow, Adam, so sharp. Near flawless as well. A lot of damage dealt. Spook goes down, but as a whole, 4 staying alive. You are very happy with that.
And make a pounce onto this bomb site. It's Spooky that would be in position for first contact. He was looking very, very crisp in map 1. Molly down as well. Forward the timing. Here comes the push in. It's a nice initial contact, but traded back. Arrows Dose in the building, ready for the play. And one by one, Bait starting to fragment on this. Could get the pick up though. If they can find this one back towards short, there might be an opportunity. That's the door open.
It's low. Natus see off Alex as well. Ascential, 1 point of HP and a dream, and Adam B will shut that narrative down immediately. There was a small thing that happened there as well in that mid round where
there's more of a question on Bait if they could change their mentality. We heard what the coach had to say on the matter. Let's see if that's put into effect in a situation like this. Top mid being held. Nikodos not blinded by the flash, and in the blink, Ken Caesar goes down, removed from the equation. Minute and 20 seconds on the clock then. Bait on the back foot once again. Bomb left for the rotate back through spawn, focusing up on a later play towards the A site.
Adam B could be the one to make mincemeat of this. They've made a lot of noise as they take ramp control, and they just about fall away in time. That molly, nicely placed, nicely timed. The smoke on top of it as well, and they've got an inkling. Spidey senses tingling about Ascenti Island towards Palace, but they just switch off for a moment, and that'll allow him to capitalize upon Spook. Adam B going to play up close. A very common angle that Magisk has liked to play in the past, and Adam B only gets 1 for it. Alex will trade, but he's left very, very low. So 3 versus 3. You'd argue still favorably for OG, and they're not exactly in a spot to plant this bomb either. Alex in sandwich, he needs to cross, and as time starts to tick, the pressure starts to mount on this T-side shoulders. They've got to get across. Smoke will come over. That's a front con smoke. So even those jungle players can still do all the work in the cross. There's that smoke to keep him at bay. 15 seconds, the bomb will just about cross now. Oh, I speak too soon.
Doesn't even matter. They get to the bomb site, but then there's no them left. Taken out in a matter of seconds. Potentially. All right, we're going down for it. Slowing it down, seeing if they can make the contact play out on the B here. maybe there's a chance. Tech9's in the right hands with some of these players. You could find a path in. Spooky's in position, though. Near miss through the window. They're getting a bit of footway into the bomb site, but it's about those picks now.
Oh, a fadeaway dink. Who can Aristosh low, but Aristosh up close as well with this AK doing very well. Looks for a second. Can't quite find it, and Kenzie will be able to punish. It's very scrappy with the 5-7. Nikadors, the no-scope's not going to find. Oh, that was close. And into that 2 versus 2. It's a very hectic post plant here, but Adam B will nail head trick, leaving it all on the shoulders of Alex. But look at the HP. It is not favorable. On the cross, down goes Spook, and it should be the same story for Adam. It is. Alex making sure. And that'll be a round for bait that we can fall back on and say, pretty solid. That is replicable.
They're going to be armed for this one. Let's see if that mentality is now here already, deeper towards mid. Yeah, all right, Kensizor in through connector. You're going to have the split set up onto the A site quite early. OG, are they prepared for this change of tempo? The answer is a resounding no, and they found their backline.
See, an idea, right, find as well. Execution's excellent, but Adam B goes for one. Spook goes for one of his own as well. That combination play is working so well. Hedrick will find a kill through that smoke just as it plumes, but Adam B is repositioned. And now Hedrick's got to try and figure out where he is. Oh my god, his head nearly exposed above that smoke. Adam B's just dipping and diving between this ladder, trying to stay alive and buy time for Nicholas to get in position. The first tries to set up the second, but MPL's going for that quick rotate, and he's going to make his way all the way to B. I say that. Smoke will go down. A flash over as well. Andy now safely gets that cross. Tough retake for Nicodos here. 1 versus 1, but he's doing it with an AWP.
On the move swiftly. Straight through the smoke. MPL wants to set up aggressive though. Be ahead. Be punctual. Straight in. Oh, no discount on this one.
With that deagle. I like Christian as well going into the 5-7. I think the 5-7 is just one of the most kind of best bang for your buck guns in the game. Is he going to pop it into his lower here? I think he is. Pop back into his under. Oh, it's the right idea, just unfortunately not the execution. Combination play works for one, but MPL going to nail yet another, his third in the round. Single-handedly taking this round by the straps, but there's Nicodos' deagle that I spoke of. He can hit some shots. Oh, and he hits another as well. Hang on. Bay are giving him chances. Don't do it.
It's hilarious, isn't it? That it's so consistent. You see that weapon in his hands and you just know there's going to be a highlight somewhere. Back-to-back impact on that. And quite quickly, turning this round on its head. Oh, mate. That's uncomfortable. Egg on your face on that one, suddenly.
All goes eerily quiet, though. It's just nothing to work with, unfortunately. I mean, hey, a kill at the tail end of a consolation, but it just fizzles out. It's those two swings, MPL and Alex.
It certainly is. Ooh,
okay.
You can see why. The inflicted damage there from the POV of Adam B. Always feels like such a reliable man in these kinds of rounds. So proficient with it. For Bates, back to basics again, going for more of a contact play, up through mid-side, double smoking connector, see if they can slip through and attempt to at least get some sight lines to play with. Bomb in the hands of Alex, he sprints through, goes full barbaric, shuts down one, so Crizzen out of commission. Connector open, Adam B lurking in the back as well. And Spooky with a huge gap to work with, spams on the side, gets the pick, head trick, now trapped to grab the bomb. Recovery mission, but can they save this round? All down to one man to deal with it.
Bomb, tapped, but not committed. Wants to try and bait out the fights as well, but if they know that plan has to come through initially, they don't need to move on that first instance. 1 versus 3. They don't need to move at all, really, for now. It's buying time for this rotation to come through as it starts to progress. Nicolas getting in the back lines. Head trick should be next to impossible to win this round now. 2 different angles to fight from, and if they move in simultaneously, should have no issues. Nicolas will see it off, clears into his ticket. That'll be that.
And if you want to avoid your mistakes, don't forget, of course, you can use scope.gg to master CS2. is always there. Forget our amazing partners that have made everything possible here at StarLadder, but it's a possible round for Nikados to pop off once again, as they all seem to be so frequently throughout this series. Bait lose another man to start off the round with MPL down to 23 HP. That nade should be right on target. Oh, rebound on that. Great backsplash.
Alex. He's got a little double play here. I think Critten's elbow has actually been spotted. Yeah, Kenzie's trained. He absolutely knows there's one here. After all this time, if he loses the fight, that would be hilarious. But he is going to pull away from the angle. It's not a position you need to hold too long. Kristen just trained and ready. Met with a Molotov. He'll drop a smoke on top of it, and he'll play it in front. I kind of love this, because he's still not open towards window. He swings in finally. And Kenzie, patience pays off. Flash around the corner is not good. It's too easy for Irish Josh to turn and reface. And all now on Alex. One indoors ticket, which he finds. What a shot. Looks for a second, not to be. Close the door 8-4. What a half by OG. Looking to close this series. We'll see if they can after the break. Yeah, OG, from what I've seen so far, though, this side, I think yesterday was a hiccup and not what they wanted to prove, right? This is a side that are looking a lot more like one of the dark horses, as I called them, for this entire tournament. This is a lot better. They've bounded out towards B as well, by the way, and the bomb will go down. Aristosh will plant, and Spook taking first engagements. This is a really nice execute. They've done it for the most part without taking too much damage. It's only Adam who's taking a little bit. This is a really difficult retake for Bait. They've got a kit in the back pocket of the Sentinel. They've got a bit of util to work with. That util is one smoke and a decoy, if I'm right in saying. Aristosh finds both Spook and Adam Beal combined for kills of their own. And in a matter of mere moments, it's head trick left in a 1 versus 5 and 0 chance of winning this. It is flawless from OG to kickstart this second half. That is exquisite. Robert are sort of agreeing with us. They don't think there is much of a chance. The odds are very OG-sided, and, well, why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, I mean, OG played a great series here. It's been a blinder for them, and maybe obviously that's more potential for them to show us what they're made of throughout the entire tournament as a whole. You've got to close this chapter right here, right now. Flashbangs and carnage on the bomb site. They bypass through. First player picked up. That's going to be MPL with the opener, but Alex giving more stock to this round. Left just on Nikados' shoulders. The dink makes it far more unlikely. If he had full HP here, an opportunity like this would come normally to him. But it's rough here. Nade round the corner. Peek from the AWP. They're going to shut that one down swift.
This happens to them. You know, I've seen it in the past. When Bait get into a rut of form, they do get tilted. They start to not com as well. It's a very common thing I've seen in the past with them, especially on LAN, which is where they do have a lot of their more awkward showings. Comms start to really fall apart. And Biel sort of had the right idea. He knew Kristen had crossed, but he doesn't realize he's crossed back through that smoke. They're going to regroup. They go in contact towards A. Jackie, there's kind of no one here. There's one front jungle, one front of com, but they should be utiled out. It doesn't matter, actually. Adam B going to swing.
Gets the first there. It's a nice head trick. Ooh, quick with the flick, but it's not going to be right on target for that opener. MPL gets the attention round towards stairs. Oh, limited vision. The reaction came through, but the barrel not lined up to stop Nikados. He'll upgrade back onto the AWP as well. Hones in over towards connector. Knew about MPL. Flashbang doesn't change much about the situation. Molly to try and throw off the aim, but it's not enough. Quick adjustment and all down to one. Bait with 12 rounds looming over their head. The end of their run here in Budapest, inches away. If they lose this, it's going to be the way it goes. Nikados for the pickup, and you see the duality of emotions on display there.
Double smokes down. It's a one-man exit. Pretty annoying one to deal with in a way. Nice shot from Headtrick. Real nice adjustment. Oh, that is a fadeaway for Aristosh. He's spotted the second as well. I can't quite get it. Idea was there, but the kill behind it wasn't. Adam B, this is a tough predicament. He does not know where this Van player's just got to. Oh,
those. Not like this. Tried to get the adjustment back around with the AWP from underpass, but that one ain't gonna clap. Bradley, like you said, still so paranoid about where you've snuck off to from the van. As he drops down, it's right into the danger close zone of the HE. And he's removed. All right, another chapter, at least. They keep themselves going for now. Is there much fight left, though?
At the very least, there's no one there for the jungle cross, so he could catch a Sential on timing, which could easily be both kills. They come. Attention going to be drawn towards ramp as well. Hang on. This makes Kristen's position all the more stronger. There's now a jungle player, though, to hold him, but they start swinging their way forward. Flash over Alex for one. A Sential one of his own as well, but Adam will trade Kristen. Now pouncing and getting both. As Kristen nails Alex on that bow. That is a monstrous shot. Nade will come through and it will lower him, but he's still alive. Bomb just about getting down in time and he'll go through the smoke. Kristen, this is such a bold move, but it might just work as Nikodos catches head trick in transition. Looks for the second and he goes to no scope. What are we doing, Nikodos? Why? Tries to style on them, leaves it all on his IGL. And right in time, the bomb's not planted for him. No, it's open. Okay, that's all right.
Despicable scenes on this one.
I know.
And it's brutal right down to the bitter end. I don't know. Man wants to go for the fight with the timing and the turnaround on it. He's jumped back on. There's no kit in the back pocket. I mean, Happy's got the clutch. It's going to be so tight. Robert, don't lie, the game is certainly starting to get a little bit closer, finer margins, but obviously it's still looming. That OG shadow over the top. Make sure you do it crisp and clean every round. Bait defense once again going to be questioned here towards the A bomb site. And it's OG finding a path through, smokes to block the line of sight towards CT and over by jungle. 1-for-1 trades being played. Alex at the back towards ticket booth. Oh, the inspector's in the building. Denies everyone. Huge play from the man. And Bait.
Very, very good with the rifle. It was very adaptable to AWPers. He picks up the rifle a hell of a lot. PVISION trying to tap through the smoke. He's got the right idea, but unfortunately can't find those taps. Molly down will try and slow them. But Hedrick flashed off the angle. Kristen once again going to get in towards connector. This worked out well for them last time, but they weren't able to close the round itself. But he then falls. An underhanded nade by Kenzie catches him and a second behind it. Uh-oh. Jackie, I'm smelling an overtime here.
Ooh, overtime written on the walls. And Adam B trying his best to deny that possibility with the backup of Aros Dose.
Nikodos is waiting for that call in, or even just waiting for any information, and he potentially could get it. He needs to stay tucked himself from short. This is dicey. Oleg spotted. He's dead. He's a dead man. And now they've got to know that they're pouncing towards A. Thankfully, they haven't walked into the path of Alex, but you know he's there. No, they don't. He gets that kill. Looks for another. Can't quite. So it's all on the shoulders of Arishtosh. 1v3 turn, 1 versus 2, and they'll deny as the bomb goes down. What a recovery by Bait.
Should have been able to close this one. Should have been in a position to shut it down. They didn't. Let's see if they pay for that.
Oh my, Genzi fights through mid. He has to support a Hetrick as well, who gets one and gets out. And BL still trying to be a little bit of a nuisance as well. I love the move by Hetrick, but he just couldn't line up the crosshair, so he's punished by Nikodos and go back into a 3 versus 3. This is a quick start into round number 25. A fury of fights and a lot of map control taken by OG in via mid, but everywhere else is open, so they've got to be really careful of the externalities of now this map.
Contact down towards the underpass. Feel that one, like you say, telltale signs now, the issues that can find. How quick were you thinking? Backstab primed, not going to deliver. Adam B wins out on the duel. That might be enough to give them the edge they're looking for. Quick molly for MPL, fragment the angles. But he's so laser focused on short, he's forgot about sight. Quick adjustment back up. Adam B bites the bullet, but Nikodos still left to get it done. On the peek out, Alex is so low, but he's got the drop on him. Ready for the encounter, the recline back. Smoke starting to dissipate, still tons of utility left for either team though. Just under a minute on the clock here. as Adam B and Spook clear their way round through underpass. Head trick was swift last time. Let's see if he can be on target now. Oh, that's a clean one, mate.
There's your answer. Adam B gets owned, but save for Kenzie. Alex finds a little gap as well as NPL support him. This is such a mean pincer maneuver and Spook. Surely no chance in hell now, left in a 1 versus 3. Oh my, Bait are back.
Unexpected turn of events and trying to keep him guessing with the angles now. The later this one goes on, close up towards the settee, inside of the push towards apartments, waiting for them to come running through. Got to clear your angles, but Adam B not ready for it. Spook was supposed to find the peak, looked for the lurk out, but too little too late. You get both of the peaks and no trades. Oh, salt on the wound as well. The backstab on mid-side, so Krizen's gone. You're just down to a duo. Nika does. He's looked frustrated. You'd be even more upset with this round.
This is such an interesting game of Counter-Strike. I mean, it feels like we've had a whole series in this one map itself in terms of the changes of momentum, how each side have been playing. But OG, the fall-off needs to be studied here. It's probably a really interesting map to go look back on, and how did things go wrong? Is it them running out of ideas? Is it Bait really just finally clicking and waking up?
OG, any chance to turn the key to the ignition? Show us what we had previously. There was a lot of gas in the tank back then. Arrows, they say, always good in these kind of spots as well. Spam down with a pre-predict. Hits the first. The NPL's out of it. Ooh, good adjustment as well. The reactions from Arrows. Oh, flying straight like the arrow, mate. Impact after impact. Frag brings us down to a 2v2, though, as Alex and Head Trick try to clutch onto this one and look to deny it now. They could take us to Inferno if they can just find the connection onto Spook. He's got the backstab. Detecting him now, though. Quick flick over towards the bench. He can't find his man. The dink's there, but it's not enough. 33 HP makes the world of difference as Bait recover. A remarkable return to form. An Inferno will be looming.
You know, it's so easy to get mentally so tilted, and well, the best way to shake it off would be a pistol round. Of course, they're starting on that T side, and Aristosh is starting dead. What a shot by Alex.
That was sick. A-star from Alex. Exactly what you'd want to see. Gets that initial pistol kill. No room even for a response. So fragments the numbers, brings them down to a disadvantage. 1 finger discount, 4 versus 5. And just shy of a minute left on the clock. They're going to wrap out towards mid-side. Krizen. He had the utility in this one. So you get a deep smoke back towards mini pit and then a flash to pop him in. But do they know about NPL? Lurking in the boiler, wants to turn up the temperature, and the Julies will do just that. 2 clean kills. Adam B trying to sneak a plant, overwhelmed, and the pistol claimed.
See how well he does from here now. He's also going to be left isolated in this spot.
That's the more problematic part, right? They got contact on you. They knew where you were. And with the tags already, it makes it so much easier to shut them down. Executing with the double nade stack towards Banana as well, hoping that'll impact and shut down someone that's pushed further forward up towards top car. But they were playing far back down towards the stack, so it's all good right now. Molly's used to clear out the angle as well. Hefty investment from that defensive utility that was on offer from Bait to hold big. It's already leaving themselves down to the rifles with a raw peak on it, headering the nade. It gets quite uncomfortable. If OG want to go for the burst on this from getting that pick, they could just overwhelm them. Head Trick falls in succession up on the boost. The Sentinel tries its best, but it's only 1 on entry, and they're going to have a free site to plant and potentially a first round on the board now.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, what does NPL do here, for being completely frank? 1 versus 3, and sure, got a kit and a bit of util, but there's no in routes. Only really worry towards Bait is just Alex, a little bit of a lesser weapon. It's probably a bit more onus put on towards those with the bite. In towards the AWP. And they're running quite low on util. Look towards Bait now. 45 seconds left to play. We've got 1 smoke, 1 molly. That's it. So we've got to take raw aim jewels. And maybe that's enough. NPL going to find 2 lines up. Aristosh and Krizen. Okay, so maybe util isn't a requirement here. Even getting towards a plant for OG feels like a big ask now. On that corner, the crack angle for Kenzie. It's information gained as he wants to fight more. And up close there, Deagle hits the shot. I worried about Alex, and I really shouldn't have. It's Nikodos all alone on a 1v5 turn, 1 versus 4, but he has absolutely no chance with 10 seconds on that clock. He's making a commendable effort. I'll give him the credit for the individual shots, but it does not matter. Another round for Bait. Beautifully done. The only real issue is the only other person with armor is Adam B. Everybody else has gone for that considerably lesser bite. Saving for the next. Sticking around 2K. A hand spotted and a nade of a Sentiel will see off Spook. Crizin and Nikodos also left reeling, 1 foot in the grave. This triple stack towards B. Surely no inroads here for OG in trying to get a plant.
It would be miraculous if they're able to overwhelm on this, but we'll see if they can toy with the timing. They're hoping maybe they can force the over-rotation, play with a silence play, cut noise, then re-execute off the back of the boost. It's Nikodos that Nika does what he does best, mate, at spearheading the entry to clean connections. You've opened up the site. Crizin dives through the bullets that are spammed on towards him as well, and they've died all chances, made it to the bomb site. But NPL, he's slick with it, straight in, doubles up with the backline support, and in the lick of a moment, it's just Adam B that remains. Clamours to get himself an AK. Jaguar in his hands, but he's got to crouch low and then pounce like an animal in beast mode if he wants to win this clutch. 25 seconds on the timer, wrap round towards the ruins. Hits the first, biding his time, but on the peak back over, it's snatched away.
Actually misses the ledge, though, in all fairness. So it's just a normal CT smoke. Mollied down by Hedrick. That's really, really well timed. A quick scope, that misses. And the swing from the rifle, that follows the same suit. Also, not living up to what was required. But Hedrick finds one through the box. Looks for a second. Oh, my God. Hedrick ripping heads, as the namesake says. And he might have just bought them a lifeline here. Now, into 2 versus 3. They don't have time for the bomb. They've got to win the round on kills. They've got to win it on kills, and they might get a charge. Spook gets 2. The bomb does just about sneak down. It's all on the shoulders of a Sentiel. Chaos and carnage here in round number 6. And a clutch called upon for a Sentiel. No util, a kit. Full HP and an AK-47, a chance, but he has no information about what this setup is. How does he even break it down? Spook's got gap. I don't think he spotted him either. Time's ticking. He hasn't got the time. He's got to go in now. It's too far gone. He might just be playing for exits. He might just go down with the ship, in all fairness. He's given up the round. What a recovery by OG. What a round by Spook.
Damn. Take the strain off in those rounds, mate.
I'll say I'm also a fan of this course. Nice. Use the code StarLadder. 10% off.
Oh, yeah. That Viper. There'd be no strain on your wrists. Might be here, though, for Spook. Oh, okay. At turn and burn. See you later. Through the smoke. Didn't need visual on that one. Kensizor, though, wants to live up to the punch and try to fight back round on quad side. Only one. That's all he can muster. Head trick on the peak. Swings into a pre-scope Nikodos. And he's down for the count. Sight taken once again. OG starting to get that momentum back.
Yeah, they are. OG starting to look and feel really quite comfortable, quite nice with how things are going right now.
Instantly in, wanting to force the POV back on himself. Oh, the adjustment as well, mate. Prediction on that one, waits for the jump shot, lines it up through the wall. Another head collected for Head Trick.
Head Trick's inviting in the pressure. You sort of back him in the current form that he's in. Smokes towards CT, one towards Coffin. The first engagement, a success. No surprises, he looks for more. Head spotted, adjustment made. Head Trick has had a monstrous round, and a Sentiel will close it out. What a showing, a quad kill from the young Orpa. That's a lot more like it for Bait.
Trying to hold the post here towards quads. Molly around the corner onto MPL. That's perfectly placed. Forces him out of position. Ooh, and in the following moments, it was nice moves from OG to equalize at every turn. But Bait finally equalize it themselves, putting the foot down. And he is salivating at the idea of another highlight reel with this AWP. Head trick, laser focused on the angle. Waiting for the target practice to come round the corner as every second ticks away. Utility thrown in, jump spot out just before it blooms. He hits that one, and it's down to 2. Alex wants to deny on the cross. Crizzen gets into the site, but time's ticking. No chance to reset. Didn't have the downtime to get the bolt back in the AWP, and instead the trade is found. That one's closed out. Importantly, 4 flashbangs to play with as well, so they do have that instigating moment within their tool belt. There's the first. Kensas were blind. That's why it was so important for the opportunity to expand to the site, but the follow-up is more prevalent. Adam B hits the first head. Arrows Dose deals with NPL, and suddenly Head Trick has a far harder time ahead of him.
Under that smoke. Oh, it's the right idea. Not finding the bodies on that flank. Ascentia caught by Nikodos, and that should confirm the round in place. Of course, if you bait, you give it a go. But a 2 versus 5, so damn unlikely. Nice shot by Alex, reactionary, but then he's clotheslined by Spook. It's all left on the shoulders of the AWP. Head trick, need another quad clutch from you. There's 2. Time too far ticked though, surely. 2 more fights to find, and he has no information about where they are. The no-scope will miss, and that'll be closed out 6-all. What a first half. We'll see if it continues after the break.
Yeah, Bait have hedged their bets towards the B play, but they might just run into a 4 versus 4 all-out brawl on the pistol here. Need to show us what they're made of. Smokes over the top. We still have that lurk covered at the back with Alex waiting for any potential flankers. Meanwhile, it's Aradose in prison up close trying to cause issues. The whole punch is delivered. Back-to-back bullets coming out of that set of dual Berettas that ends this one before it really starts for Bait. I mean, you're down to Head Trick and just Alex now looking to recover. So easy for the trade. Should be a simple close for OG here and the shenanigans arise. Oh, maybe that's what we needed. Alex causes some problems, opens the door, but they slam it back in his face.
Yeah, nice work. You know, unfortunately,
presented with it, just about them taking it off the plate now. Alex Armored Eagle. Oh, mate. All right, the crowbar for this team does try to find some leverage, but Adam B, the only B plays that we see are in his name, mate. Everything else is always A+. Wonderful stuff on the sight hold with some finesse on the quick switch. And then it's just Ken Scissor left. Shouldn't be breathing for too much longer, you'd imagine. Quick tap from Nikodos, and OG complete what they expected on that round.
yes, yeah, exactly that.
Depends on the flow again. I mean, Bait just trying to run the clock down a little bit in the early portion, see if they can show limited presence to bait out more response with the utility and leave OG in a worse position late round. Another resmoke thrown through here. Spook still has one in the back pocket. Cinderies are primed as well, so this will try and burn a few seconds off the clock. They run in together. Lots of damage from the double stack of mollies. The triple tick now as they all swing through as well. T-side have hit the blockade and it's repelled them. They give it another attempt on the second go. Crouching underneath the barrel, Alex finds the head of Nikodos inside of the smoke. Spook, he looks a little bit lost. Got to carve a way through. Backed up by Adam B. Batters through 2, but a Semfault left in the bomb site now. 1v2 with the CT's fragmented, but does he know that Spooky's still here?
Surely he doesn't. I think he might get a bit of a surprise. Oh, he's going to clear it, and he does very well. Tap on towards the plant, try and bait out the fight, but he can't see it over the line. Arish Dosh closes. It's another really good round from Adam, though. The 2 kills that he gets are absolutely excellent. Only issue is it's a quad stack here by OG towards the A site. Just left the weaponry, even though they're trying to go and catch him off guard. It might actually work against them. Adam's the first to fall, but Aristotle is here. Gets one and drops down, but he's surely dead the right momentarily. It doesn't matter. Nikodos gets 2 with the support of Crizzen to nail another. It's now in a 1 versus 2. Head trick gets a reload off and a molly down, but he's stuck. He's a known quantity. And all Crizzen has to do is buy time. There's so many smokes down. Do they realize? No, they don't. Head trick, a lifeline. Oh, and he's going to win it as well. Head trick. How have they walked away with that round?
Joining Alex here. Two-player setup on Arch and Quad. Bomb potentially wrapping back with the noise thrown out onto B, hoping for an over-rotation, but they don't know they're going into the Lion's Den. Adam B with the SMG, first to swing, and they're hightailing it back to B. But the CTs know now, so the race is on.
Vision's here, but low, on the cross as well. Nicodos, he can't find the tag, and he gets tagged himself, in fact. A smoke down to give him a little bit of look in. Nicodos has a barn here, and he gets close. But Crizzen seen off, and same for Aristosh as well. With 3 remaining alive, they might actually be tempted to save. They're still going to give this an initial look in. Close corner, head trick is so cerebral, so aware. And that'll be that. I can't see a wall back into it. So much damage has been dealt, but they've got no chance of winning this one. So Bait are going to find 8. This game continues to develop. Ascential with another exit just to rub salt in the wound. And Adam B seen off by a flying Kenzazor.
All going to have to be rifle-based in this round, though, with the damage that's distributed. 60 seconds on the clock. Crizzen waiting for his first opportunity to pounce here towards quad sides. Bomb on the back. That's going to be Kenzazor that's in rotation towards bottom mid. Lots of utility expunged out onto B, but the first card that's played comes from the hand of MPL. Swift response. The Famus goes in, finds that pickup, upgrades to the AK. Bomb dropped on contact towards brackets as well. So for Bait, maybe they finally come unstuck. Or maybe it's head trick to bite the bullet and handle it himself. He'd need to. Brings it into the 1v2, gets the shot back off. Forges a path round towards the B site, but Spooky is lying in wait. And Spook knows how to handle these situations. Tuck in, play off the info. Head trick, thunderfoots towards the site, doesn't clear it. Oh, he's got time. They give him the chance to grab the AK back out. The 1v1's found. It could have been over. Instead, it's winnable. And on the peak to CT, he tries to close it. Aros Dose in a hellish clutch now.
Trick. How in God's name have you won that head trick? How?
It's just been the real sustainable nature of these T-side rounds that make it uncomfortable to even invest in when they're on an equal footing now. You still think something's going to go wrong for OGCT side. Ooh, this might have been it. The block on the peak towards Banana results in low HP and a getaway. They try to swap out with Spook holding, but he's done for.
The entries have been relentless. Another one for Kenzie. That's his 9th entry attempt in this game. And granted, 6 of them have gone against him, but he's so happy to take these early engagements. I love the sort of reaction off the back of it. You take an early fight, you get a bit of control, you immediately go silent. And you move forward back towards A. Smoke down in front of Nicodos as well. This A-hold could be in a bit of trouble. There's 35 seconds. They've got time still to work with this. Nicodos loses his head, and potentially that might be OG losing their spot here in Budapest as Kenzie adds yet one more. That 13th is brewing with Crizzen reeling. 24 points of HP. It's all on the shoulders of Adam to try and bail them out from this, but it's a 2 versus 5 and a near impossible spot. Flash and a find for Crizzen is nice, but so much more required as Headtrick hears the steps around Boiler. Safe to say this one's done, and Headtrick will make sure of that. Adam a known quantity to make matters worse, and dead to rights. What a series by Bait. To remind you all, OG started this series with 13-1 on Ancient. Then they were 12-5 up in map number 2, and they've choked it all out. Bait are going to walk away with a win here, and they stay alive in Budapest.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.